Discussion boards are areas in courses where students and faculty can hold asynchronous conversations in the form of posted messages. These posts are grouped into forums that house the initial messages and responses as threads. So let's look at e-learning. On the screen, you see that my e-learning training course menu has a link called Discussion Forum. But as an instructor, I can also access the discussion board through my Course Tools drop-down menu. Back in my course menu, I'm going to select the Discussion Forum link, and now I see a blank discussion board page. Earlier, I mentioned that discussion posts are organized into forums. So, to create a forum, I click on the Create Forum button. And now that I'm in the Create Forum page, I will add a name and a description to my forum. Now that I have a description for my forum, I'm going to look at some options and settings. Currently, my forum is available right after I select Submit. However, I can make this forum immediately unavailable or restrict when students can see this forum, such that they can only see this forum after a certain date or until a certain date. In the section Forum Settings, you'll notice that my forum is set to Standard View. This means everyone can see all previously created threads in the forum. However, the other option that is available, participants must create a thread in order to view other threads in this forum, means that students must respond to a question posted in the forum before they can read their classmates' posts. But keep in mind, if the other option is selected, students will not be able to delete or edit their own posts, and they cannot post anonymously. If you choose to grade your discussion forum, you're going to need to enter the points possible, decide how many posts students need to submit before you have a needs grading status appear in your needs grading link in the Grade Center, or if you wish to add a due date. Note that if you do provide a due date, all posts will be marked late if they are submitted after the due date. By default, students can subscribe to a forum. This means that students who subscribe will receive notifications when a new post appears. Additionally, you see that students can be given permission to delete their own posts, edit their own posts, or add a new thread. By default, you notice that delete and edit is not selected. This is because if a student is allowed to delete a post, all the subsequent responses to that post will also disappear. You will also need to consider carefully whether you want students to create new threads, because if you want students to respond to your own posts, then it is better to deselect this command. Since I do not want to change any additional options, I will now select Submit. And now a new forum for week 1 appears in my discussion board.